Good morning, everybody. Your boy, the E-bike guy here. Welcome to the channel, and to where I produce some of the I wouldn't say the best, but some really good DIY projects. You know, including my bike, my kid's bike, my buddy's bike as well. As y'all see, I'm walking my bike. It's just because I'm just walking and everything, and I'm going to get on it, but I just want to let y'all know that I'm going to be doing a little ride video today, just to show you what I like to do when I'm actually I can pedal my bike, but just to show you where I go when I want you know, a peace of mind, stress reliever, you know, because this is, I mean, these e-bikes now are a great way to relieve some stress if you're having problems, you know, work or home, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna be turning this bad boy on, and we're gonna go ahead and ride. So this is a 20 mile trip round back, and we always take this trip together as friends and family. But I kind of want to show you how, you know, these e-bikes are pretty efficient, you know. As you can see, I haven't even fully charged my bike, and yeah, I just wanted to just show you how efficient, you know what I mean? It's not really about efficient, but just about when you want to you know, want to build your own DIY e-bike, you know, from a conversion kit, and you're looking for range and power to go along with it. You don't want to go too cheap on cells. You want to get the best of the best, like Molly cells, for instance. You want to there is Samsung has some good cells, Samsung 30Ts, which I use on some of my battery builds, and they produce about 35 amps, but their internal resistance is pretty high. It's higher than Molly cell, but they do stay cool. The Molly cells, they are the best for as efficiency, and for them to stay really cool when you are enduring high performance rides, high speed rides and everything. So but anyways, a couple of my subscribers wanted me to do, you know, more ride videos with this bike in particular, so I agreed. Actually, I'm testing a off-throttle region, thanks to Alexander Skirt that actually brought that to my attention. So when I let off the throttle, the bike actually slows down. I mean, I knew about it, but he the one that says that he's on his bike and he loves it, so I'm just going to test it out. Now, the only thing about this is that I do pedal my bike, so I don't know how that's going to correlate for me as far as pedaling at low speeds. We will see. But anyways, yeah, eventually I'm about to get a new frame. After this Starkvarg race, and my rider, he crashed, and the frame is a little bent, so I'm about to get a new frame sooner or later, and that resolved it. So now when I let go one hand, it wants to veer off. Whoa, it wants to veer off to the left, so I got to get that fixed. Also, another thing is that these bikes that I build for customers, I just noticed some inconsistencies with these bikes. I built one recently that went to California, but I didn't build the battery together. So what happened is that I'm building a Tommy Bike Junior right now. Well, what I wanted to do is make a template off of my bike, because this one has a 67 amp hour battery, and I want all the bike's frames to be the same, just in case if you happen to want a bigger battery down the road, you can do so. But what happened was, when I was building the Tommy Bike Junior, I guess I'm gonna go on the road now, it's time to ride. When I was building the Tommy Bike Junior, and I put my template that I made off my battery on that frame, the frame was 2 inches shorter, so my battery wouldn't fit. So it looked like I'm about to build the bike around my battery. So when I build the battery, I have to make sure that it fits in that frame before I start to do any more modifications to it. So anyways, we're gonna do a little riding, and then I'm going to cut the seats a little bit, because you know, the GoPro's battery, I got to get 2 batteries in order for this to work right. But the GoPro battery does not have range whatsoever or capacity, so that bad boy sucks. But anyways, speed limit. I'm gonna go and do the speed limit a little bit, you know. But yeah, man, this bike, I can do about 20 some miles, you know, just keeping up with traffic with no problems. I never had a problem with this bike as far as range goes. Like I said, I haven't even charged this battery up. It was started at like 80 volts. So yeah, man, we're gonna just mosey on down here, man. I like to go on this ride a lot when I can, but I'm working right now, so when I can break away, I can go on some rides and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, just enjoy myself as I'm doing now. So let's do it. Man, I was gonna turn my camera off, but here we go. We're on Seaman Parkway, and we're gonna go ahead and cruise. like to come down here all the time. You know, when just to get a little peace of mind, because that road right there, that is a long road to actually stretch your legs, man. And you know, this bike is very efficient. And so, you know, when I first started this, building this e-bike, I couldn't even make it here. If I did make it here, it was like 20-30 miles an hour. You know, that was pushing it. You know, so I like to you know, I like to ride around this neighborhood. Sebring, this is like this historic town of Sebring right here. You know, and so I just like to you know, ride around here, see what's going on, because there ain't nothing happening in Avon Park. So, you know, I used to, you know, when I was younger and up to no good, man, you know, I was going down the wrong path. A lot of not carjacking, but, you know, just burglaries and stealing and stuff like that. You know, I had, you know, so I came down here and came to jail, and I stayed in there for not too long. That's what I'm gonna go by right now. And every time when I pass that, you know, that courthouse and that jailhouse, it gives me the reason why I need to be out, you know. So that's one of the reasons why I actually come down here. Another reason is that, you know, just to show a lot of people, you know, that, you know, saying my battery is working really good. My bike is working really good, even though, you know, we had, you know, mishap a couple days ago with the Starvarg. I mean, the motor, I had motors that burnt up, but this one is performing pretty darn good. So I haven't had no issues with this motor. Wow, it's a lot of cars speeding. So we're going to by the courthouse right quick. So here we are. This is the Highlands County jailhouse right here, and this is my little route I take right here. So I'm gonna stop right here and see what's going on. Okay, appreciate it. Oh, we're a bunch. Yeah, he's told me to do a wheelie. I'm like, man. Hey, don't get me wrong now. I used to be like that now. I used to be a wheelie guy back in the days, but man, shoot, man, I got a job now, man. I got a business now, man. I can't afford to get hurt. I get hurt, man. I can't take the kids to school. I can't, you know, I can't work. So, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep both wheels on the ground. Now, my oldest son, oh man, that man, my son will take that bike, man, and Willie. Oh man, look at that. So this is the courthouse. Hold on. So let me show y'all right quick. So this is the courthouse that, you know, I came here when I was a little bit younger. You know, getting into trouble and everything. My granddad, that's when my granddad and my grandparents was living. So, you know, they're dead right now. They're gone, and you know, I just, you know, I'm a lot older and I'm a lot wiser. So, you know, that stuff is really not. That's for the birds, man. You know, I do much as I can to stay out of incarceration. You know what I mean? Because freedom. That's what you want, man. You want freedom, man. You don't want to be held down or in captivity, you know what I'm saying? No. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shoot on down here to the other side of Sebring right quick, and then I'm gonna shoot some more scenery right quick. All right, so over here we have a this is a multi complex right here where they got not basketball, but football and baseball. So this is where my son comes and play. He plays football over here. All right, appreciate it. So we got a motorized bike. Dang, that's moving pretty fast. So yeah, we're gonna go down a little bit more and do some little sightseeing, and then we're gonna come back to the circle, talk to you a little bit, and then we're gonna go home. This is the farthest I've been far as seating goes on my e-bike. So this is a little plaza. I was gonna go down to the hospital, and I was gonna go down there by the hospital, then turn around and come back, but let's see here. There ain't nothing much going on. But like I was saying though, is that you know, back when I first built this bike, like I said on one of my other videos, that I was just looking for just power. Then, start reading I started reading a lot of forums. You know what I mean? That's how I really came about learning how to do this stuff. When you just type up, the sales, what's the difference between the 18650s and the 21700s. And then, and the reason why I know about molly cells is because of that guy. He stays in Orlando, but that's the guy that accused me of burning down his bike and started all this fiasco, trying to sue me and everything, saying it was my fault. But anyways, he was the one that brought me on to molly cell. And even though he tried to sue me, I'm still gonna give him credit, for even putting me out there with that, because if he would never told me, I would never knew about molly cells. I would be still going to the pawn shops here and getting drill batteries, taking them apart, and trying to make an e-bike battery out of those, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. For me, just learning about that stuff, you can't do that if you're trying to build a high power e-bike. You cannot do that. That is impossible. For one thing, some of those drill batteries come with cheap cells. The reason why I know is because it happened to me. Okay, so if you're gonna be doing that, recycled laptop batteries and drill batteries, do it for like something that only pulls at least 50 amps. Okay, between 50, I don't want me to do it on an 80 amp controller. I'll do it something like a 50, or maybe a 22 or 25, so up to a 50 amp controller. That's me personally, but because those, like I say, some of those batteries have cheap cells in them, and they're low amp hour cells. So you have to get a lot of them. You have to get a lot of them if you want to get a high amp hour battery anyways, And then another thing too, when you're building the battery, you want to get a good spot welder. You know what I mean? I done been through a number of spot welders. By far, K-Weld is the best one. Well, that's an exception of the glitter I got now, because I got a glitter 811H. And that's the beast. That is the best of the best you can get as far as spot welding goes. But besides that welder, you can't beat a K-Weld. Now, the difference between the K-Weld and the glitter is a plug and play. K-Weld is not. So it's a complete DIY. You have to read the manual, or you have to go on YouTube and find somebody that has a complete breakdown on put together of the K-Weld, and you have to source your own power source. So you're gonna need a huge battery, a car battery or a marine battery, and you're gonna need some sort of a capacitor. Like, you can get one of those capacitors from the audio shop that you can use to make sure you get that maximum current. Another thing too is that the wiring does have an effect too. So the bigger the wire, the more current can flow through, and that way you get a good weld. Because see, when I was doing it, I had a marine battery. I had a 1,000 amp battery. I was only pushing like maybe 50 to 60 joules, and sometimes it was a hit and miss. I'll say 90% of the time it was spot on. Like I boom, 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 boom. But I'm gonna tell you another difference is that the handles, the electrodes on them bad boys, they will get extremely hot. So you're gonna have to cool down. You gotta put those to the side and let that sugar cool down. And you're gonna need to put some sort of fan or a cooling fan on that K-Weld, because I done got to the point where I was working so much that the cable actually overheated on me, and I had to let that bad boy cool down before I even start back up to weld. But with the Glitter 811H, all I had to do was just keep welding, and it wasn't losing the charge or nothing. And then you have to wait about maybe 10 to 15 minutes for it to charge up to like 6 volts. They say you want to charge at 6 volts to get the maximum current, but when I was doing it, it might have dropped to 5.9, 5.8, and that's me running at 85%, trying to weld copper to copper, or thick 0.3 millimeter copper to nickel. You know what I'm saying? So that glitter, that's in a class of its own. That's not even, you know, yeah, it's expensive. It's a $525 welder. So at the end of the day, you're gonna get what you pay for. Same thing to the cells. Let me go ahead and where it's cooler at. All right, I'm pretty far from home. We did 14 miles already, 14 miles. But like I'm saying, I actually, damn, I wanted to show y'all, over there on my right, they're actually building some, season is coming up, y'all. And if y'all familiar with Florida, they're building like 3 Cobras here. They already got a Chick-fil-A here. So, I mean, they're pretty, I mean, I still want to move up north further. Like, I want to be closer to Davenport area. Davenport, Kissimmee, Point Siena. I want to be sort of like that so I can have more, let's see, not I won't say land, but places to ride my e-bike, you know. But another thing too is that, you know, you don't necessarily have to have a big controller and everything too, you know what I'm saying? But this bike has, for what it is, it's very efficient, it's very light, and it's very powerful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying I was comparing this to a start bar. No, I wasn't comparing this to a start bar. It don't even have real suspension. What I was comparing it to is how this Tommy bike can keep up with it on the road. Now I know it can't keep up with it on the dirt. That was a lot of factors on that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna even try to say that I can even keep up with that bad boy on the dirt. No, but on the road is a different story. So we're gonna do a race next time with the start bar on the road. He don't really want to race on the road because he just got a brand new tire on the back. So he don't want to mess that tire up just yet. So when that tire wears down a little bit, then we're gonna do a race on the road. And then we're gonna do a road race because the dig, I don't know, that bike has a lot of torque as well. So I think both of them gonna be up in the air. Both of them gonna be wheeling like crazy. But back to what I was saying about the about building your own DIY e-bike. So, you know, when you gotta first and foremost, you gotta get the good batteries. You gotta get good batteries. Like I said, there's a lot of variety of batteries out there. You don't necessarily have to get Molly cells. There are also Lashin cells. There are also EBE cells. Then you got your Samsungs. I think Sony makes a good cell. You know what I'm saying? You wanna look at the data sheets. That's the reason why I don't have to run the BMS. Cause I get the data sheets. So I want to know my maximum charge, which is 4.2, and then my maximum discharge, my cutoff, which is 2.5. So I set all that in my controller, so I don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So on a 72-volt battery, the lower cutoff voltage, if you do your math right, it's going to be 50 volts. So I set mine safe at about 55, 56 volts, my cutoff voltage. Okay, I charge my bike at about 84.5. I can probably charge it up to about 85, you know, 85 volts. That's when I'm really gonna race somebody, but I usually charge about 84, you know what I mean? So it is very important to get the data sheets on the cells you're gonna be using, so that way you can know exactly the maximum discharge rate of that cell, so that way you can calculate all that up and the number in parallel, so that way you can get a controller. Or if you do happen to get a big controller, let's just say that you got you did your calculations, you did a you know what I'm saying, you got the Samsung cells, I just say they 10 amps per charge, no, 10 amps maximum discharge rate. Yeah, you got like 6 of those in parallel, you got 60 amps maximum. If you do got a big controller like the Far Driver 1200, which is overkill, you can turn it down. So, you know, you got to turn it down to 60, maybe 7 at the most, you know what I mean? but you don't want to overwork that battery if you're not running the BMS. Now, if you run the BMS is gonna take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna let you go past whatever that amps is set on that BMS. But anyways, so that's what I'm saying about the batteries. Batteries gonna be the first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Then you do your research. You get your specific size gauge wire for your discharge wire to run your controller. Because right now I'm doing the Hemingway C5, and I got a bigger controller. It's a 1500 watt controller from Amazon, and so my son's brother rode it. My son, not my son's brother, my son's best friend, he rode it, and we turned to find out that the voltage meter on the throttle was running haywire. I turned to find out that the connection to the battery and the base of the cradle had melted. So I got to redo all that and put an XT60 or an XT90 on there. I might go XT60. Those can handle that type of amp. So anyways, that's all. You know, just having an e-bike, period. You don't have to have no license. You don't have to have registrations. I know a lot of people talking about motorcycles. Those for people that have motorcycle endurance license, they probably have to get that. They're going to get insurance to ride on the road. They probably live in a city, not a rural area, like I do. You know what I'm saying? They have nothing but streets, highways and byways and interstates, you know. And, you know what I'm saying, they have to ride that. But see, a bike like this, with no license, you can do anything. You can go to work. You can ride this to work if you want. If you, like, 20 miles. Your job is 20 miles. Bring your charger, charge it on up, and come right on to the house, you know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to really correlate, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show y'all some stuff that what I do when I do ride my bike. And this is what I do, man. I mean, when I'm just sitting in the house chilling and bored, ain't nothing to do, like on my break, if I'm not building no batteries or anything like that, I get on my bike and I just ride. I get on my e-bike and just ride around, see what I can see what else new out there, you know. Because since I done ride so much here, I down there know Avon Park can see me like the back of my hand now, you know. But anyway, so we're gonna go to the circle, chill right there for a while, and then we're gonna go back to Angelo's little crash site where he had got killed at, and then we're gonna go to the house because I gotta go to work. So yeah. All right, so I'm right here sitting down at the circle right here up on some nice little shade right here, and this is a place we can come down here and chill out and basically just mellow out, you know. This is a stress reliever, you know what I'm saying? And been doing this for a while now, you know, riding the e-bike, because this is my normal route, you know. Come here, chill out, then I go down Memorial. I gotta go see Angelo, right, you know, not at his grave site, but you know where he crashed at, and then I go into the house, and then I'm gonna start work. But anyway, so yeah, let me turn the camera around. All right, so anyways, what I was about to say is that, you know, I checked my GoPro and it's at 38%, which is really bad. I don't know how long I've been filming, but you know, I want to get another camera. I might have to do it, you know what I'm saying? But the Insta360 camera, they're $500, man, for the camera, you know what I mean? But I brought a welder, the Glitter 811H, it's just $500, but I'm working with that, you know what I'm saying? I got to get that because I'm making batteries and stuff, you know what I mean? So last thing you need is working with a spot welder that doesn't get the contacts right, and then you ship the battery off to somebody, and then, you know, their battery's not working, you know. So no, that's not going to happen. But anyways, so yeah, I think that's going to be my next investment, either another GoPro or some batteries. I do want to film me riding and film the rear at the same time, so y'all can get to see what we be doing and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to the house. But yeah, man, but it took me a while, you know what I'm saying, to figure out, you know, how important the batteries is to your e-bike, you know, and that's what's gonna dictate how much power you can run on your e-bike, you know what I'm saying. Now a lot of people don't necessarily need to have a high power e-bike. I'm more of a range guy anyways, you know what I'm saying. When I, you know, me riding for a long time now, buddies, he's getting it to the point where he's wanting more range and it's really all of us. It kind of rubbed on all of us, you know what I mean? So I did a range video not too long ago with E-bikeguy bike, and he can make it here and back with no problem, doing about 40-50 miles an hour on his bike. And so that is real good. So I am going to be, another thing too I want to tell y'all, that I am going to be upgrading to the P45Bs on my bike, and I'm probably going to take this battery out of my bike and put it on my oldest son's bike. And then I'm probably going to be making, I don't know, I'm probably going to be upgrading Jacoy's onto E-bikeguys on the P45Bs, and I'm going to sell his battery. His battery is a 42 amp hour battery. But if I go P45Bs on my bike and his bike, we'll have the range like crazy. So because we plan on going farther too. We plan on riding farther. We plan on riding, having more group rides. And Cody, his mom's bike, Cody's, on the Secret 24. Oh, that's all right there. That was a beast. We actually came here, went back, and then we did another ride video yesterday out to Lake Olivia, and it had like 3 bars left, and I had to pull the Ninja back because we had put a bigger control on there and it burnt the motor up. But I do have another motor in the shed that I'm going to put on there, and I think that's a more high powered gear hub motor. I think the Moped Ninja is that motor wasn't all that powerful, so we're gonna be doing that. And I'm not gonna go through the same thing I did with Jacoy's bike. No, if that motor blows up, I'm going straight direct drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and go get a 3,000 watt and nip it in the bud. I'm not gonna do it anymore. So anyways, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing the P45Bs. Now I do heard one of my subscribers in the UK was telling me about they had the P50Bs coming out or something like that. And I know those gonna be so expensive. Those gonna be like Ferrari prices, and I know I'm not gonna be able to afford that. So the P45Bs has went down in price. I see they like $5 a sale, and that's pretty good. And that's gonna put my battery at a true 72 amp hours. I think 72, 73, I think, like that. Right now it's at 67 amp hours with the P42As, and which is really doing really good. But if I get the 72 amp hour, or if I do happen to get the P50Bs, I'm gonna try to get those next year. That'll be said and done. Same configuration too, so that means you don't have to add a lot of weight on the bike and everything when you're doing capacity, because you know, the more cells you get, the heavier the battery and the heavier your bike is. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing about having efficiency, is you want your bike to be light as possible if you can do it. And I think I succeeded the weight limit of this bike at 150 pounds. That is, I think that's the way I'm going to leave it at. I'm not adding no more batteries. I'm not adding nothing else on there. Maybe a cell phone holder, maybe a little fanny pack, but that's about it. Well, my battery bag has a pocket, so pretty much don't need that. But anyways, I think this is it, man. This is, you know, I don't need nothing else right here, man. This is the bike that, I mean, a lot of high-speed guys, you know what I'm saying, if they want a DIY e-bike that, you know, so don't want to attract too much attention, but has that power you can harness, this is the way to go, man. You can build something like this, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, you'll be happy, trust me. So anyways, we're gonna get up out of here and go to the crash site, and then I'll film me some more riding videos on the way home. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we made here to our final little, not final destination, but a halfway point. So we're gonna go ahead and check out Angelo's little crash site right here. So they actually did it pretty damn good though. So they didn't got, I guess Miranda went and got the borders and, you know, put around here a little bit of mulch from the house. Got his cars. The Bibles are messed up, but they updated a lot. So as you see, we still got the cross right there. Dang, man, it is kind of degrading itself. My stickers are coming off and everything, so a little bit better. I mean, I actually had some pictures. So I had some more pictures down here. Huh. Okay. They got that right there. I mean, I seen that, and then then they got him right there. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's sad though, but hey, this is what I do, man. Every time when I come make that trip, I always come back down this way. You know, always look over here and talk to him. You know what I mean? I can do it at his gravesite, but it's way down the road. So I mean, I could make it on my bike, but you know what I'm saying, I can do it right here. So anyways, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the house. Hope I can get my GoPro on so y'all can see some more riding footage. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we're back on Memorial, and I'm gonna go back to the house so I can get to work. So about 21 miles into the trip, and I'm at 71.7 volts, which almost at 50%. It's pretty good. Is awesome, man. I'm trying to get my kids bike like that too, or not going this fast, but just, you know, have the range, really. I mean, it's awesome to have an e-bike, you know what I'm saying, that you can take, that you can pretty much go anywhere you want to go. Sorry, buddy. All right. All right. So guys, we finally made it back in A1 Park, and check this out, man. So we did 27 miles, okay? 27 miles. I'm at 70 volts, 70.3 volts. Now we did 28 miles. So, man, the speed that I was going on this bike is incredible. I just got wet, by the way. But the speed on this bike is incredible, man. Man, I've seen as high as 75 miles an hour on this bike, man. And it just is, this is what I'm talking about, man. this is the pinnacle of a DIY e-bike. Now, like I say, not too many people want that kind of power though, boy. But man, this is it right here. Imagine getting on your e-bike and doing about 28 to 29, even 30 miles an hour on 72 volts, and with down there 50% battery life remaining. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. This is, I don't know what to say, guys, but if you build something like this, I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy. All right, I'm gonna dip on the sidewalk right quick. Well, I was gonna dip on the sidewalk, but yeah, I'm gonna dip on the sidewalk so I can, ain't nobody behind me right now, so I'm just gonna just veer on off. Yeah, man, 29 miles. Look at that, 29 miles, 70 volts. We got 71, 72. So, but I do have that. I do have the off throttle regen on, so that plays a role. Regen plays a little bit of role, you know, into saving a little bit of juice in your battery. I mean, it's just crazy, man. So let me give y'all what's going on with the phone. All right, back at my front door, and look at that. So we got 29 miles at 70.3 volts. So that is the battery meter. And man, listen, man, this is, I mean, we've been doing some high speeds on this bike. We're actually doing highway speeds, guys. So we're not doing, you know, the traditional e-bike speed, which is like 28 to 30. Even like, I think 40 something miles an hour. There are some high power e-bikes out there that you can get to reach those speeds. But what I'm saying is, it's just the range and the cells that you get is going to play a big role in how fast you can get and how much range you can get as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go those high speeds with those cells or overheating. You know what I mean? So you want to get those cells to match the performance that you're trying to get. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get what you pay for. So my recommendation, you can get the Moly cells P42As or the I think the P28s A's, I think, or I know it's the P28s and then the P42As, and then you got your Samsung 40Ts. The 40Ts, I think they have more of a higher resistance than the Samsung 30Ts, but they're both can put out a decent amount of amps, and even the 50Ts, the Samsung 50S, I believe, they put out 25 amps per cell. So 4 of those in parallel, you can get 100 amps out of those. So I say 8. So you get 8 of those in parallel, and you can get about 200 amps out of that, and you can get your good range and good power. But the thing is that those cells are very expensive. I believe they're more expensive than the P42As, but they have more power density than the P42As. But if you're looking for the best of both worlds, pure power, pure performance, and range, you can't beat a P42A for right now. For the price you get, they're like $4.65, I believe, per cell. They still gonna be expensive. If you're trying to build a big battery pack like this, which you're gonna need 320 cells. If you're building a 67 amp hour battery, they're gonna be expensive. Okay, so my son's Jacoy's, he got I think it's 160 in his. So it's a 10P. No, 200. So it's 20. No, it's 16 times 10. So it's 160 in his. It's a 42 amp hour battery, and he has decent range. He can go down to Sebring and come back with no problem. My oldest son can. The Bentley, the Secret 24 can do it. The Muck Pack Ninja can do it. There's a lot of e-bikes that we have can do it. But anyways, we made it back home. I just wanted to show y'all that, and also I wanted y'all to show y'all that you know, that I can, you know, about me riding and my routine or my route that I take on this e-bike, that I go, and you know, so y'all can get to the how can I say this? This, I guess you can say, the experience or the feeling or the understanding of my e-bike. You know, so yeah, I did it. To me myself, I did a good job of building this bike. You know, but anyways, so yeah, I'm finna go in the house. It's getting hot out here, and I gotta go. I gotta get some work done. I gotta do a lot of I gotta do a battery build on the Tom Bike Junior, so I'm gonna go do that right now. But anyway, so I'm fixing to go and have more videos coming soon. This is the E-Bike Guy channel. I'll see y'all in the next one.